Sure enough, we found a gorilla, an upright gorilla too, I might admit. Well, then Wendy took after him, and boy, she gave him a licking there. And there he goes. The victorious Wendy.
Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezer Show, your weekly rock news outlet right here. By golly, I'm your host Murph, and we got a another doozy of a show. Things never cease to amaze us. We got Jake E. Lee in the news, sadly, and that's going to be something we're going to be talking about. The big old Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction BS went on last night, and we'll do quite a discussion on that, I'm sure. Van Halen, big time, all over the news. My gosh, we got Robert Smith of The Cure, and oh gosh, Ronnie Radke, of course, and all sorts of wild, interesting things going on. But can't do without the Oracle of Aurora right over there. Yeah, hey there in Wayne's World. That would be Doc Box. What's shaking there, Doc?
Hey, doing quite well, kind sir. Yes. Yeah, kind of a big week, man. We never run out of stories. I swear, man. It's not even a concern, man. You just
I
know every
know.
week some crazy stuff's going to happen. And of course,
Oh,
this week you got the built-in, you got the Hall of Fame inductions. We're going to talk about that. But
oh
then,
yeah.
yeah, Jakey Lee getting shot up. And with Alex Van Halen's new book and the subsequent interviews he's having to push it,
Oof.
man, there's all kinds of stories coming out. So we'll get
Ouch.
into a bunch of those. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
former Ozzy guitarist Jakey Lee gets shot.
yeah, by golly. Good old what stays in Las Vegas obviously doesn't stay in Las Vegas
Uh,
because, yeah, Jakey Lee, yeah, you people, you know him. Where is he right there? I got him up here somewhere. Handsome guy. There he is right there. Obviously, he was a guitarist for Ozzy back in the early days, right? Right.
yeah, I want to say a lot of these articles you see, they say he replaced Randy Rhoads. No, he wasn't the immediate replacement for Randy Rhoads. True fans will remember that Brad Gillis from
Ah,
Night Ranger was the immediate replacement, and he was on the Speak of the Devil album, the live album. But then
okay.
after that, yeah, Jakey Lee, he was on the Shot in the Dark,
Ah,
that time period in the '80s,
okay.
and they kind
Yeah.
of had a falling out, and but
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. But yeah, so he's presiding in beautiful Las Vegas, and the story starts at he's walking down the street at 2:30 in the morning, and he gets shot. Okay, that's how everything starts out. Yo, Jakey, oh my gosh, he got shot right away. My antennas. I mean, number one. Well, if he's a party, I don't know if he parties at 2:30 in the morning. I guess a lot of these 1%er, well, not a 1%er, but rock and rollers do that. But I started guessing, that we get a little more of this story than we're being told, because that's just very odd. And sure enough, uh, as things progress, the story progressed. We're finally getting little bits and pieces, and he now claims that he was walking his dog 2:30 in the morning. He was coming up to his house, and he saw two lads out at his neighbor's house checking out, if you will, his motorcycle for a possible perusement, if that's even a word. But yeah, standing in the neighborhood's driveway, checking out the motorcycle. And there was a verbal confrontation which ended with an agreement that I would walk one way, said Jake, and they would walk the opposite. That didn't work out. I'll probably talk a little more detail about it later, but right now I can only comfortably do a little at a time. Well, I got all sorts of problems with this, Doc. Number
dude, there's
one,
red flags all over this thing, man.
well, and then the second thing that comes out was that whoever shot him emptied their whole freaking clip. They only hit him. They hit him three times, but they emptied their whole freaking clip.
15
15,
shots, yeah,
15
yeah.
shots. Well, that's what mine holds. Yeah. So let me see. He said one bullet went through his forearm, one through his foot, and one in the back, which broke a rib and damaged the lung. God, he's lucky they didn't hit any real good internals. Or boy, he'd be toast. Wow. And yeah, 2:40 in the morning, he's walking his dog. Right there, I think that's number one. Dogs want to sleep at night. They don't want to be out walking around at 2:30 in the morning. So I find at least my dog, Vesper, she got no interest in doing anything overnight except sleep. That's all dogs want to do anyway. Even during
Right.
the day, all they want to do is sleep. So 2:30, 2:40 in the morning. Yeah, and wow, 15 rounds. So my radar's way up on this one. I just don't believe he's walking. I believe there's much more to it. And as usually is the case, Doc, it'll open up. We'll find out, what really happened, quote unquote, because it's still an ongoing investigation. So we'll see what happens there. But and then Ozzy comes up and says, uh, you know. It's been 37 years since he's seen Jake E. Lee. What the hell? They must
Yeah.
have had a hell of a falling out, huh?
Right.
That's what you
I
think?
just hear just in bits and spurts over the years. I've heard things from him where he's kind of been bitter and claims to have some songwriting credits that he didn't get coming to him that he was due, and
I believe
things
that.
along those lines. Yeah, I believe that too. So things along that line. But other than that, you don't hear too much from him, really. But this case,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. Just the start of his statement here, and some brief details about that night. Walking home from our walk, Coco and I crossed paths with a couple of thieves. How do you know they're a couple of thieves? You cross paths with a couple guys. You don't know. You're right. Okay. Dressed darkly, hoodies pulled down their faces, and masks covering their mouths.
Dressed
Okay, yeah, these are
darkly.
two
Yeah.
guys you want to approach. Come on, man. This is like a Jussie Smollett situation going in. Did he go to Subway too, or what? And then standing in a neighbor's driveway, checking out his motorcycle. There was a verbal confrontation, which ended with the agreement I would walk one way and they would walk the other. Who makes that agreement? Who's ever had a
who
conversation like
who
that?
walks up on two
Yeah,
guys dressed
yeah.
in black with black masks on at 2 4? Oh, hey, let's go see what's happening. Come on,
And then the
Coco.
brief conversation is you walk one way and I'll walk the other. No,
What the
that's
hell
never
is that?
no.
No, this is
And
bullshit.
then he got shot 3 times, which is horrible. One, yeah,
Yeah.
pierced his lung and had like he was in the hospital. He was getting drained, which just
Oh,
sounds like that might be good
gnarly.
for you, man, and get all the gook
Get all
drained
that.
out of there or whatever.
Oh,
I don't know if he's a smoker or not, but I don't know. It might be something that could be beneficial in the long
oh,
run, but hell of a way to go through it, I guess.
oh
But
gosh.
and then it says none of the shots hit a vital organ. A neighbor heard the shots, hit his kids, grabbed a gun, and called 911.
Wow, dig that. Yeah, good old Ozzy. It's been 37 years since I've seen J.K. Lay, but that still doesn't take away from the shock of hearing what happened to him today. It's just another senseless act of gun violence. I send my thoughts to him and his beautiful daughter, Jade. I just hope he'll be okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I bet, I bet you there's purpose in this violence. I don't think it's, we're going to
Yeah,
find
he's owing
out.
somebody some money. Something's
Yeah,
going on, man. It's
something,
gotta
yeah.
be, gotta be.
15 shots, bam, 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 bam,
But
bam,
right
bam,
now, the
bam, bam,
LA
bam,
or,
bam,
or
bam,
no,
bam.
Las
That was
Vegas police,
15
yeah, Las
shots.
Vegas police are saying that it's random. So that's but then again, that's what they were
It's
going to
Las
say at the
Vegas.
beginning.
What
They're
happens in
not
Las
gonna
Vegas stays in Vegas,
let
baby.
anything out till they get something concrete. I'm sure, but
Oh, that's
yeah,
just
no further
gnarly.
comments. Family appreciates privacy. Blah blah blah. And it was in a good neighborhood. Where he lives in a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. No, so yeah, that tells me again, red flag. Good
Yeah.
neighborhood, and they're giving, no, no.
Yeah, this
What are you
story's
up
got
to,
more red
Jakey?
flags than China, man. Yeah, something's up, man.
What are you up to, Jake? We're gonna find out. I'm sure the truth will come out. They get some Kojak sucker working the case. He'll figure it out.
I
You
get
betcha.
Columbo on it.
Yeah, how about it? Moving on. Oh, last night. Was it last night or was it Saturday night?
Saturday, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't remember. The
Saturday,
Rock and Roll
maybe even
Hall of
Friday, on
Fame.
over the weekend, yeah.
I don't know. It happened. Well, see, this is one of my major complaints. Okay, I'd give it a watch. I'd peruse it occasionally during the program, but no, because it's on Disney Plus.
Disney
You have to
Plus,
have
yeah.
Disney Plus to be able to watch. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna, sorry. you know, Boy, that's getting really bad. All the streaming and pay-per-view and stuff. Gosh,
Right.
that just pissed me off. I remember the Thriller in Manila. You remember that Channel
Oh
7,
yeah,
all
yeah.
the Muhammad Ali fights on Channel 7, all that. Now, and now we get none of that stuff unless you pay a premium. It's just a real pain in the ass. But it is what it is, my friend. It is what it is. But yeah, so Rock
Yeah.
and Roll Hall of Fame, man. What do you
We
take
talked
from it?
about it when they announced the folks going in. 16 inductees in various categories, mostly in the performer category. And my favorite, musical excellence, which isn't that what the award is for? Musical excellence? But no, this is special musical excellence, I guess. And yeah, a ton of folks going in. I watched some of the inductions and some of the performances and stuff, and yeah, not too bad. I got a
Yeah.
kick out of Cher saying how she changed music. And it's like, yeah, with the auto tune, yeah, you sure did.
Oh,
She like
shame
she
on
taking
her.
credit for it rather than blame that she should be taking.
Oh
But
gosh.
this after Cher. Remember when Cher was snubbed before? Somebody brought it up why she's never come up, and she's kind of like, screw them. I wouldn't go in now if they paid me or asked me or whatever. And when she's in, boy, she's there, with bells on,
Lies,
raring to
all
go.
lies.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it all changes when you're invited to the party, man. It all changes. But yeah, Dave Matthews. This is another trend that I'm not fond of. Dave Matthews Band was inducted by Julia Roberts.
Ugh.
Tribe Called Quest inducted by Dave Chappelle. And there's some other. I don't like when they have actors or other folks and
Yeah, what the
outside of
hell?
music doing the inductions. It
Stay in
just
your lane.
yeah,
Stay
it
in your
just kind of I
lane.
don't know. I mean, find a musician that was influenced by Dave Matthews Band. Find a hip hop artist influenced by Tribe Called Quest instead of. But and then the I guess the pinnacle of that would be Jack Black doing Ozzy. Like, come on, of all the
Ah,
people you could have do Ozzy, man, of all the people in the music business, music world, the rock world, and you pick Jack Black,
God,
you
he
know,
looks as horrible as I do. The thing is,
right?
I'm not on TV. Well, I'm not on nationwide TV. Oh God, look at that shit.
And then he referred to Let Me Kill Meister. No, it's Let Me Kill Mister. Come on, you should know that Jack Black. Come
Gosh
on,
Almighty.
you're on TV, man. Come on. So I was a little disappointed. I mean, he was real enthusiastic and really built up Ozzy, and I guess as far as that goes, he did a pretty good job. But just him being there just kind of bothered me. But I
Yeah,
saw the
yeah.
performance by Cool and the Gang. They lit it up pretty good, man. They had the place rocking, man. You
There
know,
you go.
you can dispute their existence being there, but at the
Well,
time, their performance was pretty rocking.
well, remember when we saw Santana, who opened up for him?
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire. They
Or
tore the
and
place
they
up,
just
man.
tore the place
Oh yeah,
apart. I'm sure,
yeah, yeah,
the Kool and Gang would do the same thing at any concert venue.
yeah.
It is what it is, man. So good for them, you
Yeah,
know.
and then you had I remember with Ozzy, you had folks like Maynard James from Tool and Jelly Roll. They were doing some of the vocals, and they had like Chad
Hmm.
Smith doing the drums. Folks like Slash was in there, and folks like that. Peter Frampton went in.
Ah, boy.
Dave Matthews Band, like I said. Let's see who else we got here. Yeah, and then Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, I could, I hate that guy quite honestly. But
Well, he
MC5, I haven't seen anything on their induction. I don't know who
at
gave their
all.
speech. Yeah,
It
I
was
haven't seen
probably one of
anything on
those
theirs.
inductions they do, before the actual program.
Right?
They give a bunch
Yeah.
away and then they do the big ones and things. But yeah, they had Ozzy's band playing Ozzy's Maynard Keenan, Chad Smith, Metallica bassist Robert Trujillo. I'm so tired, Doc. I did an open mic last night and I'm just wore out. And producer Andrew Watt. And of course Wolfgang. Wolfgang was there too. Wolfgang
Dude,
Van Halen.
Wolfgang's so
So
awesome, man. Every time
I
I
know.
see that guy, I like him more and more, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, just really, really a fine young lad who's
Yeah, like I said, there's
gonna
some good
keep the rock and roll
performances.
going. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's getting watered down, man. 16 Foreigner, we forgot Foreigner, our buddies Foreigner, which by the way, they had a bit of a controversy. Drummer
What do
Dennis
you
Elliott and Mick Jones
I've got it right
decided
here.
not to go because they at the last minute the scheduling that they got at the last minute, they didn't like the last minuteness of it, I guess. And
Well, listen here, my friend, my
lay it
brother.
on me.
Foreigner drummer Dennis Elliott will not be attending their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction as his wife was not invited to walk the red carpet with him. Are you
Oh, yeah,
kidding
that's
me?
part of it too, right?
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Are you kidding
You know
me?
what? The
I,
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is Steve Miller when he went in a couple of years. He mentioned it in his speech how you could only get so many tables or people at the front tables, and yeah, you have to pay extra for even your wife or things of that nature. So yeah, the
say
Rock and Roll
kiss
Hall of
my
Fame
ass.
they seem kind of petty as far as some of that stuff goes,
You
man.
can't walk the red carpet with the wife. A lot of these guys
Right?
who stood by their man through the hard
Especially
times and
Ozzy
all
and
this shit.
Sharon. You kidding me? Oh my God,
My,
Ozzy wouldn't be anywhere without Sharon.
that's unbelievable. Yeah, yeah. And so they didn't show up. So what the heck? Apparently, the daughter of the guitarist stood in his place to accept the award. But yeah, that's just
Yeah,
so
Mick Jones might have been more of a health issue for his reasons, but Dennis Elliott was just
could
kind
be.
of
Yeah, he's Parkinson's
seemed to
and
have his
whatnot.
ass on his shoulders a little bit about the
Well, how dare
scheduling and
they?
not bringing his wife and
Well, and
you know
I did see a post where someone said, well, and they only have so many seats, and then all the rest are pay,
well, you
people
got to give him
pay in, and
priority to the folks going in instead of the
yeah,
executives, instead of
and to hell with,
the
oh,
yeah.
gosh, I wouldn't have. Oh boy,
Yeah,
well,
it's just filled up with business execs and that type, and yeah, I mean, you got to prioritize the folks that are going in. My gosh, man, come on.
wow, that is really quite mind blowing, I must say. I must say. Here's another thing. Uh, That's pretty mind blowing. And we talked about how Alex is going to be coming out with a book called Brothers. There they are, right there. Handsome duo, by golly. And wow, it has created quite a stir, if you will. My gosh, all sorts of info. Me and Doc went to see this summer. We went and saw the Best of Both Worlds tour, which was, basically supposed to be it's a celebration of Van Halen, but I think they only played one David Lee Roth there a song. So,
Two at Panama, no, at three at Panama, Jump, and Ain't Talking About Love.
God,
Or
Doc,
did they do Ain't Talking About Love?
your memory,
Uh,
this is disturbing, brother. How good your memory is, man. What the hell's going on here? Come on. But yeah, so all sorts of stuff going on. They were talking about a long time ago, years ago, about getting a reunion together. And it was it was in the works. I didn't realize how far along the reunion was getting with Alex and whatnot. And it says here, this is NBC News, scoundrels at NBC News. One of them, what do they call them? The Main Street Media. So we got to be careful on this one, Doc. A reunion tour for the legendary rock band Van Halen was angst because the group's lead singer, David Lee Roth, refused to pay tribute to the late Eddie Van Halen, his brother Alex Van Halen revealed in an interview with the Rolling Stone. Wow, baby! So it was actually going to happen. That's mind blowing. Wow, and just that is so odd. Why wouldn't you want to pay tribute
dude,
to the best
Dave,
guitarist ever?
Dave's Dave, man. It's got to be about him. I mean, yeah, you remember in the early days of our show, man, we talked about that a lot. Where Jason Newsted was in on it, and then
Right, right.
Joe Satriani, which eventually ended up being with the Best of Both Worlds tour, and a lot of people involved, a lot of effort going into it. Really, a lot of people really trying to make it happen.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, just because Dave didn't want to, have his part in the show where they stopped and paid tribute to Eddie, just because he didn't
Well,
want to do that, man. It's like, and I
well,
guess Alex had spoken to the guys in Queen to see how they're doing it,
yes.
how they're incorporating, the
They
tribute to
have Freddie
Freddie
in
and
the
everything.
backdrop, on the
Yeah, yeah.
screens and stuff. And apparently Dave
So
got
this was getting really
furious.
far along, or wanting to happen, but no, Dave's got to be Dave, man.
Yeah, the thing,
What
the
what
thing
what an
that broke the
ass.
camel's back, and I can be honest about this, Alex Van Halen reveals, was I said, Dave, at some point we have to have a very overt, not a bowing, but an acknowledgement of Ed in the gig. If you look at how Queen does it, they show old footage. And the moment I said we got to acknowledge Ed, Dave effing popped a fuse. The vitriol that came out was unbelievable. Yeah. If I would, Alex, I would have said, "What the hell? What the hell?
That seems like a
Where did this
no-brainer. That
come
seems like the
from?"
purpose of doing it, of
Yes,
doing the tour.
yes, it's a tribute tour. What? Jeez. Uh, oh, that figure. I'm not surprised with DLR though. He's just always been out there. But that's really disappointing. But not surprising with him. He made one bad choice after another. It seems. Never should have gone solo. Quite honestly, in my opinion. But it is what it is. But boy, oh boy, there you go,
Yeah,
man.
it's coming out in an interview with Rolling Stone. So yeah, Alex is out there,
Hmm.
trying to push the book. And it seems from what I've read in little snippets that he really thinks the Roth version of Van Halen is the only one that matters, man. He doesn't really address the Sammy version, doesn't
Yeah,
really,
at all,
just
really.
and
He said at one point we had
they're
a couple of other singers. That's as
yeah,
far as
yeah,
he got to
right.
acknowledging
That's
Sammy
crazy, right?
and what's his name, the other guy.
That's
Uh,
crazy, man.
yeah, wow, such vitriol. But it's such vitriol. But wow, he always thought that the original band was the bee's knees, man. So that's the way he's looking at it at this point. Man, oh man. So,
And then you
oh,
know
and
what
also,
though? All right, here,
go,
no, before we go on,
go ahead.
and putting the show together, we look over, every article that comes up, man. We're going through, and so much of this crap is clickbait. And here's a perfect example. Okay, perfect example. Okay, so we
Yeah.
got that story, and then comes out this story, and I'm gonna call them out too. Metalhead Zone. Okay, this is
All
the
right.
outfit that puts this out, and they're highlighting David Lee Roth breaks social media silence after Alex Van Halen's public accusations. So what does that sound like? He's
He,
addressing what Alex put out,
he's
right?
speaking up and talking back
No,
about what it
no,
comes.
no. It puts out one of his goofy videos of just techno music, and he's riding his bicycle down to some. But technically breaks social media silence. Okay, he makes a social media post
Ah,
after it has nothing to do with the Alex Van Halen accusations, man. So yeah, this is one of those things I just wanted to bring up. The clickbait we have to go through that people try to,
try to pull
So
that crap all the
yeah,
time. Yeah,
yeah.
you got to be really careful about
I don't know how much
where
time
you
I
get your
spent
news
on that
from.
article looking for okay, where and as you scroll down, you see all
Sure.
the ads and all the other crap pops up,
Where
and
is
I'm
it?
looking,
Where is
where the
it?
hell's the
Where?
article? Where the hell is the meat of this article? No, no, it's all just crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh,
Dave hasn't responded. So
yeah, yeah. But Alex, he also talks. He talked. We saw the Best of Both Worlds tour this summer. Like it was all right. It was good stuff. And Alex explained why he didn't take part in that tour. Yeah, he says the band it just doesn't do it justice. I'm not interested. They're not doing the band justice. They can do what they want to do. That's not my business. That's all he said about it. Boom. So yeah, well, it's hard to do the band justice if you're basically ignoring that first album. They should be forced to play that whole first album in its
at
entirety. That thing was so perfect. That was
least a
just a
couple of the deep cuts,
bombshell.
man. Some atomic punk or something,
Oh,
man, or something,
oh,
man. Little
oh.
dreamer or something, man. Come on, man. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. So there you go. So
But that's what I question. What is he doing the band justice? I feel all right. We saw the tour, and it was a large percentage of Van Halen. There's a large percentage of Sammy solo stuff too.
mm-hmm.
So and but I got to think that if Alex had made the tour, it would have been a lot more, much bigger percentage of Van Halen stuff. It would much focus on that much more. I would think. Maybe not, but it seems like that would have been more of the purpose of the tour. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and for him to say he wouldn't do justice, I mean, you got Satriani playing. I mean, what would he consider doing justice? Wolfie? Just I guess that would be the only thing. Wolfie, right? Playing, I guess.
I don't.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know, man. But what a shame, and. Yeah, and like Sammy said, once he's seen him sell all his drums and stuff, that he knew that was it. Because Eddie was the only
Oh yeah,
guy that Alex played with in his whole life,
that's right.
his
Yeah.
whole life. So once that was done, I can understand putting an end to the chapter, and if you're that closely connected, especially being brothers. So boy, what a drag. What a
No, I'm just
drag.
curious though, the way he says that, it's not doing it justice. Well, in his mind, what would do it justice? I wonder. I wish he would have gone into that, but
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. It's
One thing I
quick.
found curious though, looking into this, that's slightly related. The last tour they did with Sammy was 2004. I saw that tour,
Ah,
and to be on that tour, Michael Anthony had to take a pay cut and lose his rights to the name and the logo in order to go on that tour.
wow. Yeah, they're bigger pricks than I thought, it seems. Jeez.
Yeah,
How dare wow.
as we
Wow.
learning with Journey, and now and we hear little snippets like this from other bands, man. There's a lot of layers to the onion, man. They really got
Yeah.
there's always stuff going on that we have no idea about. So
Wow. But
I don't
he's
know
the
what would
only
have prompted that. I don't know how that
wow. Well,
came
Alex don't
about,
like
but
him, obviously. I don't know
yeah.
why, but he don't like him. But really, wow. Especially the original band. Jeez. He's a big part of that. So
Well, yeah, I
boy.
mean, as a bassist, yeah, he's not among the
And
best
he's the
bassists or
only one
anything.
of the
But
original
the
band that's
backup
still
vocals that
normal.
he, yeah, but the backup vocals that he provided, man, were such an
The
integral part of their
high vocals.
sound, man.
Yeah,
That
yeah. Wow.
the,
Speaking of vocals, Doc, let me segue right into this one,
there we
man.
go.
Yeah, Alex Van Halen is considering finishing unreleased Van Halen songs with Robert Plant adding vocals and guitar solos generated by here we go, artificial intelligence. Dun 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 dun.
Wah wah
Little
wah.
artificial intelligence. Let me just for a second here speak about artificial intelligence. I peruse the YouTube channel a lot, and can't do much, so I sit around and watch YouTube a lot. And I came across a video about Van Halen, and I didn't know it was AI talking, but they start talking about the different albums, and then they released the album OI 812. And then they go on
I've,
talking.
yep,
And then after that, next comes the album 5150. Like, oh
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
God, it's AI. It's AI doing. Oh, jeez. Because they
yeah.
can't distinguish. Ah, wow. So, yeah, there you go. There's my crappy story of how AI sucks now. Can't even, it's 5150
Almost
AI.
most of the videos are narrated by AI. I've noticed, man, but
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
not
jeez.
here. You get real people here, like it or not.
Yeah, their diction is excellent, and the AI diction
Right.
is better than normal.
You hear
But
a lot of the same voices you hear doing
yes,
a lot of
yeah, oh
them, a
yeah,
lot of the
yeah,
same
yeah,
ones.
yeah,
So, uh,
absolutely. But yeah, so he's thinking about it. He told Rolling Stone how he's thinking about putting out some new music here, and in a wide-ranging discussion, the older Van Halen brother discusses his grief following the death of Eddie, of course, reveals that Ozzy Osbourne was approached to front a new version of the band and blames Davey Lee Roth for the failure of the mooted Van Halen tribute tour. So, boom, just Van Halen all over the place. I can't believe they would have wanted Ozzy. Are they
before
out
we
of their
go into that
freaking
though,
mind?
I just
Oh,
want to add on the AI thing. So
do
yeah,
it.
yeah. Alex just says people are gonna think I'm out of my effing mind, but yeah, he's got these little bits and pieces of Eddie where he just plays little riffs or little whatever, and he wants to make it some kind of cohesive kind of thing and using AI. And he actually went to the folks that run Chat GPT
Really?
and see if they could help him out and what that would involve and everything.
Oh,
So
I'm sure they
seems to be fairly
can.
serious about it. And he wants
Wow.
Robert Plant. There's been no response from Robert Plant, but that'd be super interesting. But yeah, I mean, why not Robert Plant? They almost had Ozzy, and
Hell, he
yeah,
should bring along Allison too. Cripes. Dude,
right.
let her do some angelic harmonies or something. Got a voice of a singing voice of an angel, Alison Krauss. So, there is that. So that's very cool. But yeah, these guys. Yeah, I hope we do hear some more Van Halen music. That would be very righteous. So man, but I'm just can't get over the fact that they wanted Ozzy Osbourne to front a new
Dude,
look
it
Van
almost
Halen.
happened, man. It almost happened.
Oh, it
Well,
says here, and Ozzy would have joined if his family's MTV show
yep,
hadn't got in the way.
yep,
Holy cow!
yep.
That would have been horrifying, quite
Yeah,
honestly.
Ozzy confirmed it too. A Rolling Stone contacted him to confirm it, and he did, and said, yeah, it was going to happen. He regrets that it didn't happen. Ozzy regrets that it didn't happen. He says he's best of friends with Alex and Eddie, and we've heard that before. Even you saw the tour back in the day,
Well,
right?
yeah, it was 78 or 79. I think it was 78. They opened up at the International Amphitheater. Van Halen opened up for Black Sabbath. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
But
we heard
yeah,
reports. Ozzy didn't know what to make of Dave back then. So, but with him being out of the picture and Ozzy being the front man, God, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Oh my God, man, it would have been magical.
it would have been great. Well, it happened, up there. Hey, I'm with Van Halen now. You fucking, fuck. Hey, fucking put your hands together. It'd be every other word would be up. So I don't know. It would be interesting. I'd look, wow.
I gave it up to be a
Do
reality TV star. So,
Oh
what are you
gosh,
gonna
that's
do?
horrible. Gosh, I hate Hollywood. Yeah, they ruin it all, Doc. I got news for you. They ruin it all, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, moving on. Say, Doc, we got some sad news, didn't we, today?
Yeah. This kind of came in overnight, but original Iron Maiden vocalist Paul Diano passed
Mm-hmm.
away. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't have too much on that. Let's see here. He's 66 years old, but man, that guy led a hard life. I know that.
yeah. He was
Yeah,
in a
he was on the
wheelchair.
first two
Yeah,
albums. They were more punk then with the first two albums. Kind of. I mean, they were real, still metal, but they had more of a punk edge to them vocally anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, he kind of bounced around and kind of did some solo stuff for a while, and
Mm,
dead
mm.
at 66.
Damn,
That's
66.
where his
Yeah,
home is Salisbury.
Salisbury indeed. Oh, there.
Yeah, I don't see a cause of death or anything, but just
Well, it was all his
troubled by
medical
severe
issues.
health issues. Yeah, recent
Yeah.
years. So
Yeah, I saw him.
yeah,
I
I think
saw him
just
recently. Within the last 6 months, I saw pictures of him at with various other players, and realize, yeah, he's in a wheelchair. So yeah, a lot of health issues. Geez, I think he had his knees replaced, but whatever, everything else just crapped out. Boy, I know that. We just talked about this, Doc. Jeez, gosh. So, well, rest in peace, dude. Freaking A. He
right,
played some pretty great stuff. Yeah, a
right,
lot of kudos coming in from all over. So, man, rest in peace. It, it's happening, man. It's happening.
right.
So freaking A.
Also, too, before we move on, just want to take this time to ask everybody to support the channel. Kind of looked at our analytics, kind of show that most of the people haven't subscribed. So please,
Yeah.
take a moment. If you'd like to join us regularly, that would be most appreciative. And yeah, we try to come up with interesting and important and wacky stories in rock and roll
It doesn't
every week.
cost anything,
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't
Take that
cost a
half a
thing.
second, please, and go ahead and smash that button. And yeah, just kind of help let other fans, rock fans know that we're out there. So
Very cool. Thanks, Doc.
moving
Let's
on.
let's move this sucker on. Well, here we go. The Cure is in the news. Where's Robert Smith? There he is. How you doing, Robert Smith? Well, this dynamic pricing. This has come into the vernacular, if you will, of the American concert going experience. The dynamic pricing. If a big group comes in like Oasis or something, the tickets almost automatically are going to be more because the demand is so crazy that all the grubby money grubber hungry they realize that people will pay. So
Yeah, that's
that
right.
seems to be happening. And the Cure are they're taking a stand. You want me to read this for you? You got it there.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
All right.
Robert Smith. Basically, what he's saying is it wouldn't happen if the artist didn't let it happen. He's saying
Mm.
we didn't allow dynamic pricing because it's a scam that would disappear if every artist said I don't want it. But but most artists hide behind management. Oh, we don't know. They say they all know. If they say they don't know, they're either being effing stupid or lying. It's just driven by greed. So
Mm-mm-mm.
he's saying you know
And
take a
then
stand like I do and say no dynamic pricing. It's going to happen.
well, and how they're dealing with this, the band, the Facebook page put out a notice. They said, "We are aware of a small number of Troxy tickets. Now, Troxy tickets are non-transferable, So we are aware of a small number of Troxy tickets on secondary ticket sites at inflated prices. Cease and desist letters have been sent to Viagogo and others asking for these to be removed. Please do not buy these tickets as it only feeds the beast. Troxy tickets are non-transferable. Any Troxy tickets appearing online or any other ticket provider other than Dice. Dice is obviously the big ticket guy in this case, will not be valid. The original purchaser must be present with ID in order to gain entry. The only official resale is via Dice's waitlist function. This allows original ticket holders who can no longer attend to sell their tickets back to Dice, and then these tickets can be resold
Right.
via the waitlist
Brilliant.
at face
Brilliant.
value. Face value. There you go. There ain't gonna be no scalping there, baby. I think
Man,
they.
this dude's incredible, man. He is so hands-on with this, man. He's like a dog with a bone, man. He's not letting it go, man. He's not. I
Wow.
mean, just he's
Yeah.
just covering all the bases, whether it be the prices they're charging to begin with, or how they're trying to resell it, or I mean, he's looking at every angle, man. Just
Yeah.
let's not be greedy about it.
Well, it must be a London thing, or England thing, or Europe thing, because I'm not familiar. I've never heard the word Troxy before, or Viagogo, or Dice
Yeah, they must be
as
all
a
agencies
ticket
over
place.
there. Yeah,
So that
yeah,
must be their Ticketmaster, or whatever over there, their Live
yeah. I'm
Nation, or whatever
guessing.
the hell
Yeah.
it is, But well, good for them, because yeah, there's not going to be any jumping up in price in that respect. So boy, we'll see if any other bands figure this out. You know, I don't know. See, Dice is doing this, but over here, Ticketmaster and them, they'd probably be cutthroat. They wouldn't
Well,
do
that's the
this.
thing. You got to find a big agency, a big promoter that'll do this, that's on board with you doing this. So, yeah, it's
Yeah,
a little tougher here in the states to do that, I'm sure. But
yeah, they did it in
I don't know.
London.
I think it's fascinating that he's just showing. He's kind of calling everybody out. Look, this can be done. I'm doing it,
Yeah,
and
and he sure
see how many
did,
folks
man.
follow suit, or we'll see. But
Yeah, good for them, because something, boy, I've been hearing big time on how it's been happening. Geez, since the Taylor Swift time and whatnot. Okay, here we
yeah,
go.
that started getting moms talking, and then that gets it brought up into
Oh boy,
politics, and then
you,
yeah,
you
that's
stir up
exactly
the
how that
moms,
went.
you're in trouble. I got
That's
news for
exactly
you.
right.
Boy, oh boy. Well, here's an interesting little tidbit. There's Ronnie Radke. There he
Our
is.
buddy Ronnie.
Our buddy Ronnie. This is funny. There's been rumors going around, and he quickly dispelled those rumors that he was broke, basically, and that he's going bankrupt. And he puts up some page which claims that he has $10,497,943.80 in his account. That's his available balance.
Yeah, he shows a screenshot of his
Yeah, a
account.
screenshot.
Yeah.
He shares his account balance after someone says he's going bankrupt. And it says that the following in reverse frontman is clearly not going bankrupt. Now, wait just a minute. Time out. Okay. So you're telling me it's one account, obviously. This is one account. So he's got all his eggs in this one account. He doesn't have anything in investments.
Well, he's not saying that. He's just saying he has 10 million in that 10.5
Well,
million in that account.
I can't. Okay, I've got two retirement accounts and I got Social Security and all that stuff. Uh, I don't get a statement where they're all combined, my bank
Right.
account and all that, and yet
Well, he's not
somehow he's
saying that
got.
that's his total. He's just saying that's what's in
Wow,
that account.
but then that could be bullshit, though. I mean, it could be
Yeah.
total bullshit because it's not an official thing. It's just a, you know, it,
Well, not only that, but it doesn't show his debt. He's just saying, yeah, he's got this much. We have no idea what his debt is. There's tons of people that file bankruptcy with that kind of money. That
well,
just have
I'm just saying
overwhelming
that
debt. So
he posted this page and it's just a God dang it. I should have copied it and put it on the back thing, but yeah, I don't know. When I check my net worth, I'll get two different statements, and then Social Security. It just doesn't. He just
but I'm
started.
saying though,
Okay,
he's not saying that's his total net worth though. He could be worth 40 million. Who knows? But he
holy
got 10
cow,
and a half
Doc!
in that account.
Holy
Yeah.
schmokeums! Well, we'll see, my man. So,
I don't
Ronnie,
know.
Ronnie, and
But
then
this
here's
comes from, I mean, it comes from a place of insecurity, man. I mean, honestly, who does that? Nobody, most everybody would just laugh that off. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Yeah, I'm broke. Yeah, whatever. Wouldn't give it a second thought. But no, he's like so insecure about it. Yeah, I'll show you. Look, I got $10.5 million.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
buddy.
that's
Yeah,
pretty crazy. Let
yeah.
me see here. Let me see here. Hang on. Ronnie
It's
Radke
like I don't
net
know.
worth. Let me see. Ronnie Radke's net worth. We're gonna look it up right now, Doc, right here on live. Oh, well, it says here he's worth 14 million. Ooh,
All right.
wow. All right, so he's made a few bucks.
When you
Oh,
say
now,
he's got money's and other things, then
well, now it
stocks or
says
who
here.
knows.
Here's another site that says he's worth 4 million. So it's all crap. It's all go away, search engine. You've done me no good. Jeez.
Well, either
So
way, just the point of it. Yeah, he's just
and
it's kind of childish.
well, you know what's? I'll tell you what's childish, Doc.
Tell me.
So he's in concert. Ronnie Radke rocking away in concert, and you know what happens in good rocking
With his band
concerts?
falling in reverse?
That could be the one, Doc. And
Yeah.
the chicks, the chicks. Look, listen to me. Listen to '70s boy here. The
Listen to the
ladies,
geezer.
the ladies straddle their boyfriend's shoulders. In other words, they'll get on top of their shoulders and then whip up the top to show the singer they're twins. And I'll be darned, a video came out of Ronnie Ronnie Radke warning a fan to stop showing her breasts during a live show, saying this is sexual harassment. And I was thoroughly disgusted in that myself, being a fan of the twins. But then you remind me of something, Doc. What was that about Ronnie Radke?
He's got a lot of sexual allegations
Oh boy.
against him right now. So he might be just trying to kind of steer clear of all that. He kind of made reference to that, as sexual harassment, he said. So he kind of using that kind of language. So he might be kind of worried about that. But oh gosh, where did that thing here go? I got to tell you about this one he's got. Where did he go? I got too many notes.
Yeah.
So one of his allegations, here we go. One of his allegations, the lady claims that she suffered bruises, a
Oh,
jaw injury,
ow.
and torn throat ligaments.
Wow, boy, what was going on there?
Yeah,
Throat ligaments and a messed up jaw. Ronnie,
dude,
Ronnie.
dude, is this dude like got a
Wow,
freaking hog or what, man?
is he what was that, Merle or Burl, not Burl Ives. One of them old guys who had a
Milton
legend.
Berle.
Was he the one who had a
Milton Berle,
legendary?
yeah.
Yes, I wonder if he's a Milton Berlish, if you will. Milton Berlish, ladies and
Dude,
gentlemen. I don't know.
tear throat ligaments. My God, man.
Ooh, wow. Wow. Ronnie. So, okay, maybe I can say, but, it's not like they're going to arrest him. It's like I can't help these people if they're going to expose their breasts, 10 rows back. Wow. I myself would be saying, nice, nice. And then hopefully I would get the opportunity to at some point say, nice beaver. like what's his name on
Thanks.
that?
I just had his stuff last week. Yeah.
Yeah, Priscilla Presley. Yeah, oh, that was great scene. But anyway, yeah. So these crazy rock stars, they're out of their freaking mind. Like I say it every week. I can't wait to see what happens this week because these people can't stop, and it's a good thing because they keep providing us with classic material. But I want to thanks everybody for stopping by. And then, like Doc said, a lot of you folks ain't subscribed that are watching, so just take a second, pop that sucker, and we're good to go. And we'll see you next week. So why don't you take us home there, Doc?
Yeah, this week, we learned a few things. We learned Jakey Lee's potentially up to some shady stuff, and
Yeah.
we learned Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's got way too many people in it. The Roddy Racky's kind of insecure,
Yeah.
and we learned Robert Smith's going to save us all eventually. He's the only one that can do it. So,
Yes.
but pick up a few things. So if you learn anything, you want to again next week, please stop by and join us. We'll be here. We do it every single Monday. So until then, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody.